Hello everyone, it's Angela. It's been Ricardo, you can call me Angela, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. It's been quite a while since I last played this game, so I'm gonna have to refresh myself a bit on what I was doing. Hello Gator, welcome to the stream. I have so many side quests happening. This is a lot of side quests I have going on. Oh yeah, apparently we found some absinthe for this guy. Hey there, baby, what's shaking? You are, Dan. Yes, I am. I found this case of absinthe. Ah, this will attract some dour, artsy types. I love it. I found this cola. This will come in handy if any children ever want to get drunk here. I found this tomato juice. This will be great for the morning crowd. I forgot I found a bunch of stuff that I just did not turn in. Oh yeah, absinthe is when you start getting the drinks that actually gives you 2 stats at once, so we're definitely going to be going absinthe. Tomato juice gives you hot armor, huh? That's kind of situationally useful. I'm gonna go with cola is like pretty much the default best choice. Absinthe and cola sounds great. He pours it and sets it in front of you. I've never actually had absinthe before. I have no idea what it tastes like. Oh yeah, I have a pulsating seed pod. What is it for again? This thing is about to burst. It would be the work of a moment to open it. You pop open the pod and collect everything that oozes out of it. We got energized. There's more in there. Huh. Absinthe tastes like pasties. Absinthe and asbestos. Hello, that's on Populi Smacker. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe I should try it sometimes. Hello JJ, welcome to the stream. God, asbestos. When you put absinthe next to asbestos like that, it's very easy to get them confused. Oh yeah, we're also supposed to, what exactly is pasties? Hello Manager Bunny, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the Schlorp Imposter redeem. I'm afraid I'm not well versed enough in alcohol to know what that is. Oh yeah, in this run, I'm trying to go for the maximum shadow. So right now I'm on the I'm on the S.I.T campus chapter. Thanks, somebody smacker. Oh yeah, and we're also on the side quest for Rufus to collect the. Why did that get censored? To collect the fishman eggs. So we're gonna be digging around the sewers for fishman eggs. We can also fish in the sewers. That's an option we have. Festulant Gulch. Gator, what are you typing that's getting censored? Nostalgia makes everything sound good. Oh, you're trying to. Oh, right. I forgot links are blocked in the Twitch chat. I totally forgot that links are blocked by default. You step through the hole in the wall and down a short tunnel and emerge in front of a whole crowd of yelling fishmen. This almost sends you into a panic until you realize they aren't yelling at you. They're yelling at the 2 fishmen pummeling each other in a boxing ring. Looks like you've discovered a literally underground fighting league. The first rule is glub glub glub. The second rule is also glub glub glub. If I remember correctly, I'm trying not to fight any fishmen in this run, so I'm probably not gonna do this one. I know you technically don't kill them in the ring, but I still want to avoid fighting them at all costs. Just because I want to go for the pacifist route with the fishmen. Yeah, they're literally slapping each other. Huh, we don't get too many humans down here, Glub Glub Glub. You here to bet or to fight?
How does betting work?
It ain't complex. You place a bet on a next round, and if the fighter you pick wins it, I pay you, Glub Glub Glub. Since you're a human, I assume you're betting meat? I can cover that within reasonable amounts.
It's round by round, not the whole match?
Now, we got no idea how long this fight's gonna go, Glub Glub Glub. Could be days.
So I can join in on the fighting?
Glub Glub Glub, sure kid, sure can. Only rule is bare knuckles only, no weapons. Plus, this is the title bout, and we can't interrupt it. Sharky and Tommy been going 21 rounds already, so if you want to fight, you gotta jump in there and beat them both for the title program.
What do I get if I win?
He holds up a large tarnished brass champion belt, which is heavily encrusted in glistening fishman eggs.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna participate. I don't want to fight any fishmen this time. Pacifist only. I do remember there is another manhole cover in the city, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna shove past the fishmen. I'm not gonna fight them here. YouTube is being more annoying. Oh yeah, what does Barker say here in the city? Barker takes off after a passing taxi cab.
Oh man, Barker, don't make me have to figure out where to buy a leash in this town. Get back here. What would you even do if you caught it, you goof?
Put a mix on music vid that are mixes. That's very odd. You give Barker a pat on the head or bulb or whatever.
Yeah, who's a good boy? Is it you? Is it you? That's right, it is.
Oh, that's a really long one. Barker leaps out of shadow, grabs something, and starts shaking it furiously.
Wow, what the heck? What have you got there, boy? Holy jeez, is that a rat? Well, considering that I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to feed you, it's a good thing that you can fend for yourself.
The music will change when you... Yeah, no, YouTube does dumb shit like that.
Aw, come on, Barker. Don't drink out of the gutter. You'll get sick. Not that I know what a creature like you... Not that I know what makes a creature like you sick. For all I know, gutter chemicals are important vitamins for you. Okay, never mind. Carry on. What the? Barker, leave that trash can alone. Well, did you find anything good? Oh wow, bologna sandwich, huh? Score. Nah, I'm fine. You go ahead.
Okay, we're looping now. You know, I honestly love the fact that Barker's just this mutated plant dog. Alright. Ooh, hobo code. The code reads, emergency ring behind this brick. You pull out the brick and sure enough, there's a ring behind it. The ring of universal healthcare. Medical Manchego heals your entire party. Forged by socialist dwarves in the heart of an employee-owned mountain. That's really good. I don't really use the healing skill though. This fishman is neither capable nor interested in talking to you. This fishman is the scaly, silent type. You don't seem to be able to get the bartender's attention. This fishman came here to drink, not to talk to you. Ooh, a barrel of olives. Fancy Dan would love to have this if you could manage to sneak it out of here. Stuff it in your pockets. If this was a legitimate shop, you just have legitimately shoplifted. Barrel of olives. An overflowing font of pimiento stuffed glory. Either a fishy looking guy or a guy looking fishy. Either way, it seems like he's getting an angry drunk on.
Hey buddy, what's up?
He takes a couple of fishman eggs out of his pockets and lobs them at the bartender.
Hey, give me another.
The bartender shoots him some side-eye, although technically fishmen are always doing that, and brings over another bottle of something. You pause, trying to think of a more diplomatic way to phrase that.
Say, I couldn't help noticing.
I ain't gonna take that from the likes of you. You ain't gonna harm me. I ain't gonna take nothing from nobody.
Yeah, you tell him, buddy.
Yeah, and another thing. Another thing.
Yeah, that's right, you said it.
That's right, I said it. Hey, bartender, bring one over for my friend here.
He pitches another couple of eggs at the bartender, who reluctantly brings you a 40-ounce bottle in the foul-looking mug.
Is this brine?
Think you'll outmatch me, earlongs? I'll take you on your table.
Despite this being an obviously terrible idea, you manage to down 2.5 pints of raw salt water without throwing up. You immediately have a splitting headache. Your drinking buddy laughs at your pained expression.
Still standing, not bad. Bartender, another round.
You choke down another giant bottle of seawater. Despite the volume of liquid sloshing around inside you, your mouth feels entirely dry, and you're thirstier than you've ever been in your life. Someone is practicing jazz drums solos very nearby, possibly inside your skull.
Not bad, man. I got a head start on you. One more.
You can literally feel your internal organs turning to jerky, the edges of your vision are going black. You manage to stay upright just long enough to see this fish guy's head hit the table. Then you rifle through his pockets and stagger out the door, with your mug still desperately clutched in one hand. Once you're done throwing up, you take a little nap. We got the fishman eggs, and we got a nasty mug. The stains on the outside of this mug are almost as nasty as the stains on the inside of a toilet. Holy shit, though, we can do stench damage and poison them? Oh, we already have the dangerous pocket watch, so we don't need that. As long as we have the pocket watch, we don't need anything. Did I ever take Oh right, I forgot. With every companion, there's like a unique event in every area that you have to wander around a couple of times in order to trigger.
Hey, you okay there, buddy?
Barker horks up a giant wad of tangled plant matter and hair. Wow, there could be all kinds of interesting stuff in there. You excitedly pick through the squelching mass until you get to the good stuff. That's so nasty. Oh. Oh, right. This is the compass event. The jerks and twitches of the cursed compass directs you west and west-north through the alleys of Ocean City to the final resting place of a blood-red sedan, its chassis curved around a fire hydrant. The engine's still running and the doors are open, but there's no signs of the driver. Just a thump, thump, thump from the luggage trunk strapped to the back of the vehicle. Oh, it's just a couple of stacks of meat in the trunk. You must have imagined a thumping. That's a relief. We got meat. The Tin Lizzies gave us meat. Random event. Fishman. Shove past Fishman. Compass event.
Oh, huh. Someone left the fire hydrant open. I guess some kids were playing around in it or something. It isn't a very warm day though. Chilly even. Mysterious. Holy jeez, are you that thirsty?
Barker's max HP increased. There we go, we got the random event. Hold on, did I ever get the metal detector? I have no idea if I ever got the metal detector. Did I ever... How far did I get in the, How far did I get in the sandwich museum quest? Okay. I should go talk to, what's his face then? Rufus. Oh yeah, what does Barker say here?
Hey boy, do you know how to sniff out trails and stuff? Like a bloodhound? You know, in case we get lost.
Barker chases his tail until he gets dizzy and fall over.
Okay, well, I guess I'll pay more attention to where we're going.
Oh hey, that's a typo right there.
You know, this is nice, real nice and wholesome. Just a woman and her dog out on a hike, enjoying nature. Of course, the sky is oddly dark and overcast, and I'm looking for some kind of cursed antique thing, and my dog is a weird half-plant hybrid, so it's not exactly a Norman Rockwell painting. Still though.
Oh right, last time we killed the professor, we never actually got the chance to get the metal detector. I have to do that this time then. Barker wanders off into the underbrush and comes back with a pine cone.
Good boy, do you want me to throw that for you, or you can just eat it, sure. If you were a regular dog, I'd object, but I guess I'll have to trust that you know what you're doing.
For a plant dog, a pine cone is probably like a tasty snack. Barker takes off after a squirrel, which wisely bolts directly up a tree.
Give it up, buddy. He's got home turf advantage.
Somewhere off in the distance, a wolf howls. Barker gets nervous and huddles against your leg.
Aw, don't worry, boy. Wolves are carnivorous. They probably wouldn't even know what to do with you. I'm the one they'd go after. Ugh.
Alright, let's go grab the metal detector from Rufus. Did I ever talk to you here, Barker?
This is a real mathy place, even in the other departments. Did the professor teach you any math, Barker? Slow down.
Barker sniffs at the air and seems perturbed.
What's up, boy? Smell something you don't like? Chemicals, robots, math, nerds.
Barker sniffs around the vent in the floor and is startled when it suddenly puffs out a blast of steam.
Careful, boy, you made the floor thing mad. Don't try to bite it, you goof.
It's funny that nobody
called me out for walking around the university buildings with a half-plant, half-dog. Did they recognize you? I guess one could argue you were Professor Carlos's assistant, and therefore technically an official TA. Jeez, I think maybe you outrank me.
Alright, I remember this dialogue, so I did do this last time. Okay, Rufus. Oh, the cursed compass needles wriggles into action, jabbing directions violently. South, north, south, north. You arrive after a minute at the small bridge between campuses. After another minute, you realize the compass is telling you to look under the bridge. What a gruesome sight awaits you there. A skeleton, its bones polished by rats, is handcuffed to a live bomb. This is so grim that the brothers Grimm wouldn't touch it. They were sick. The bomb slips easily out of the handcuffs. Looks like they weren't locked. We got a shadow bomb. Oh shit, that's nice. Depart with some haste. Hey Rufus. You know, this is the I mean, there's literally robots on this campus facility. Like, people have probably seen weirder things than plant dogs here. Hey Rufus, give me your metal detectors.
Hey Rufus, can I borrow your metal detector?
Sure, if you have a good and specific reason for needing it.
I need to find an old key so I can stop a little girl's house from burning down 230 odd years ago.
That's good enough for me. Knock yourself out. A portable metal detector you borrowed from Rufus. These won't be available commercially for 3 or more years, so please be careful with it. Did I ever visit the, whatchamacallit? Ah, tools abandoned by some fleeing pranksters, no doubt. Oh wow, we got self-adhesive rivets. An anarchist. Wait, did I never explore these tunnels? I must have not explored this area yet. Some hobo code is scribbled on a brick here. Try ordering stuffed pepper style. The girl behind the counter gives you a sly, in-the-know kind of nod and wink.
Haven't seen you in here before, babe. Welcome to the finest hash house in the whole underground restaurant scene. Underground restaurant scene? That's right. Wait, you ain't a cop, are ya? You gotta tell me if you are. No, I'm not a cop. Okay, cop-aseptic. In that case, we got no beef. Got no beef anyway, it's a fish place. Haha. Poster on the wall there spells out the racket if you need an explainer. What can I get ya?
Fish sandwich stuffed pepper style was the recommendation, so let's get it. The other items are kind of just okay. The forbidden fission soda is pretty good though, because it raises all of your resistances. Forbidden, you know, I like how the description is an illegal mixture of every flavor in the fountain, because that's just how back when I was a kid, that was how I would get my drinks at every like fast food place ever. I would always just like pour literally everything in the fountain into my cup. This guy seems pretty content. Only one table. This place is either really exclusive or really unpopular. Yeah, no, eventually I figured out my preferred taste, but until then I would just get every single drink. The Pirate Restaurant Manifesto. We refuse to be stifled and shackled by the narrow definitions of sandwich imposed on us by the man, by which we are specifically referring to Charles Chipman, owner and proprietor of the Greasy Spoon upstairs. To that end, we have taken control of this secret basement, as well as whatever ingredients we can filch in or finagle, to bring you the true taste of freedom, unfettered by hoity-toity cuisine conventions and municipal sanitation and hygiene requirements. The sign on the door says restroom for employees only. You're not an employee. Yes, I am. You're telling me you work here, in this hidden restaurant you just discovered, in a town you've never been to before today. Yes. Okay, fine. I'm done arguing with you about stuff like this. Somebody dropped a name badge here. Oh, guess whose it is? It's an Employee of the Month badge with your name on it. Unbelievable. This is the badge you wear when you're at work at the pirate restaurant underneath Fish and Chips. It says Lydia Assistant Manager right on it. We're the assistant manager. Okay, smarty pants. There's a sign over this thing that says employees must wash hands. Since you're an employee, that means you, right? Yep. Let's wash our hands. There we go, all clean and sanitary, which will be extremely safe for the customers of this restaurant when you're serving them food later. During your shift, because you work here. Ah, there's a toilet. The employee responsible for cleaning this toilet has been shirking their duties. We got a fish out of it. Hold on, where's my fishing rod? Somebody apparently cleaned this toilet a little too enthusiastically. Inflicts poison equal to your muscle to one opponent. This is a toilet rag that you had to dislodge from a toilet. It's a real old lady who swallowed a toilet rag. What is that phrase supposed to mean? Anyways, let's flush it for 45 EXP. Good go. Alright, I already got every single skill. Or perk, rather. What books do I have? Reality Shift, I choose not to be coiled, heard them all, Parmesan Missile, Medical Manchego. I really don't need these actually. How much EXP do I have again? 100 EXP. I'll hold on to it for now. Anyways, there's the manhole cover here. That means we can go down into the Fishman layer. Fishman restaurant? This pot is catching all the grease that drips down through the ceiling. You've gotten enough nasty goos in already, no need to fish up more. You get the sense that these are actually clean dishes. Actually the clean dishes. Given this cat's condition, it can only be named Stinky. I need stench armor in order to pet the cat. How much stench armor? I have no stench armor. Take a closer look. You can now pet Stinky to receive a boon. We have unlocked Stinky the cat. I really like the soundtrack in this game. A big pile of ingredients emit a record-breaking stench. Wonder if the underground restaurant upstairs know there's an even undergrounder one down here. The fisherman behind the counter regards you cheerfully. He seems delighted that you asked. He plonks a tin bucket full of raw, chopped up fish parts onto the counter and then garnishes it with a lemon wedge. Then he makes an expansive gesture at it like a used car salesman and waggles all 10 of his fingers at you. We'll buy it. He takes your meat excitedly and pushes the bucket towards you along with a bent tin fork and a hardly used paper napkin. You're pretty sure you see one of the fish heads twitch as you pick up the bucket. It increases your moxie. He roots around behind his counter for something else to sell you. He holds up a fishing spear with a whole still wriggling fish impaled on it. From his gesture and excited babbling, it seems like you get to keep the spear is the main selling point here. When you ask how much, he flashes his outstretched fingers at you twice. Buy it. He bows graciously as he hands you the spear. While he's distracted with your meat, you nonchalantly slide the fish off the end and kick it away without him noticing. We got a throwing spear. He roots around his counter for something else to sell you. He shows you a small glass bottle filled with some kind of oil. His gesture seems to indicate that it's freshly squeezed. Then he holds up one finger and quickly holds it up again 5 more times. Alright, we got the fish liver oil. You pay him the meat and take the bottle, which is somehow even greasier on the outside than it is on the inside. This time he puts another bucket of chum on the counter and gives you a big grin and 2 thumbs up. Then he holds up both hands worth of fingers and make a third hand. When you protest that it was only 10 meat the first time, he holds up a card that says market price. You hand him the meat and take the bucket. This one seems to have more random guts and organs than in the first one. Is that good or bad? Alright, he seems to be out of quote-unquote goods, but not wanting to turn away his best customer ever, he plops a big handful of fishman eggs on the counter. He holds up one outstretched hand, then repeatedly opens and closes it, 12, 13, 14 more times. We buy it. He takes the meat with an expression of pure delight and grabs your hand in a wet handshake that you politely disengage from as soon as possible. We got some eggs. He doesn't have anything else for sale. Thank God. Alright, we have 2 fishman eggs now. Somebody found a warm, if not particularly luxurious place to sleep. This box has free shoes on it. You're not sure if that's an announcement or a political statement. It was just regular free shoe sign. We got sneaker. We can now sneak. What? Attention, access to the Hex Rock Quarry is prohibited except with the written permission from the Geology Department, or a very good reason. Well, the trapdoor at the top is barred from the other side anyways, we'll have to unlock it from within. spider wing maintenance shaft. Huh. This Athena terminal seems to have blown a fuse. Crackles to life. You hear a thump as the door's internal lock disengages. This door is painted shut. Strange looking machine seems to be broken, and a nondescript looking locker. We got a mechanical calculator. This is a mechanical calculator, as distinct from an organic calculator, which is just a person who does arithmetic for money. Ah, there we go. Manhole cover. This is the last fishman egg we need. This fishman is doing his best impression of a crocodile. This fishman is absolutely loving his bath in hot filth. These two fishmen are sharing a nasty soak. They're too relaxed to worry about you being here. There's no fishmen in this particular pool of boiling goo, but there's a mass of horrible, slimy, wriggling golf ball sized eggs floating in it like the world's biggest and most awful glass of bubble tea. I need 5 hot armor to touch that. Where's my hot armor? Ah, there we go. You extract the jiggly, squishy, foul-smelling eggs. There, now we can give Rufus the eggs. Oh yeah, and the mouse. I don't have any cheese though. Oh, I forgot I can access the greenhouse from there. Alright, Rufus, I got your eggs.
I got the eggs.
Forbidden caviar.
Oh, great. Well, let me just process these and... Oh, whoops, I misplaced the decimal. I only needed 0.3 pounds of eggs. Well, now we got plenty of this scoop. You can keep the extra eggs.
Hooray.
Here, let me write down where to find the fish mother's nest. And you also need this. And now, we'll just slather you with this foul-smelling jelly. Come back and see me if you need it reapplied.
Rufus's fish goo. You've been covered in some of that goo Rufus assures you is necessary. -1 to all stats. And we got a special rag. You suspect that this is just an ordinary rag, but you don't want to hurt Rufus's feelings by asking. Okay, before we do that, I have the metal detector and I want to go detect some metal. I didn't need to move like that. Cursed compass. Shadow salad again. Alright, I gotta wander around here. You spend some time poking around the woods near Sandwich Village with Rufus's metal detector and unearth a nearly impressive pile of trash before finding what you hope is Delia's house key. Extremely rusty old key. Then you write Rufus S.I.T steam tunnels on the metal detector and stick it in the mailbox. There, we got the key. Now we can go into her house. You check your pockets for the inappropriate key. You brush off as much of the loose rust as you think you can get away with without turning the entire key into loose rust, and slide it into the keyhole and carefully turn it. The lock clicks open and the key completely disintegrates. You peek in the front door and look around. It looks like nobody's home, which makes sense considering the door was locked. Let's snoop around. Yeah, I'm not sure why I even gave you the option there. We both knew you were gonna choose Snoop. Yeah, for real. A nice antique dining table. Eventually. No witch's brew here. Maybe a witch's stew. Or probably just a regular person's stew. A white ceramic plate painted with nice forest scenery. Pretty. Oh, huh. This oil lamp is kind of uncomfortably close to the curtains. You carefully pick up the oil lamp and set it on the mantelpiece. This seems much safer now. Did you know that the oil in this kind of lamp comes out of a sperm whale's head? Tell me more. Okay, see, sperm whale fat renders down into pretty good lamp oil, better than other whales, but more importantly, they also have a reservoir full of really good oil in their heads, as much as 500 gallons of it, and nobody knows why or what it's for. So once people realized that sperm whales were relatively populous within sailing distance of the colonial coast, it sparked an entire industry. The whaling industry in the colonies began in the 1640s, but that was a fair bit of south of here. However, just 2 years ago in 1690, whalers started working out of the islands around Lieutenant Harbor, or rather what would eventually come to be called Lieutenant Harbor after its incidental enlistment and promotion during the War of 1774, and within 100 years those islands became the whaling capital of the world, until of course the whales ran out, but the industry was still able to flounder along until the invention of kerosene in the 1850s. Anyways, the point being, this lamp is really state-of-the-art technology around here. That was very interesting. You know, it's literally just normal whaling information. Just real life history. A small steel box locked with the name Delia painted on it. On the second thought, messing with the contents of that box could cause some sort of nasty paradox. You decide to leave it be. Damn, I can't unlock it. This must be Delia's bed. Looks like there's something behind it. Nah, I can't open it though. I love the reverb they apply to this. Oh yeah, maybe in the future. The kids are hanging around and chatting amicably. It's nice to see them all getting along. Oh yeah, what would happen if I go to the future? The house is still standing. Putnam House was just nothing particularly unusual about it, except that witches lived here. A Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy and this God, I forgot that MTG has been doing like crossover sets and stuff. I know they have like a I know there's like a Tifa card that there was a tweet about it or something. I don't remember the full details though. The plaque says this iron pan was probably for regular cooking, but we're pretty sure it was also used for making small batch potions sometimes. There's no painted plate on display here. This is the plate that used to be on the Putnam's mantelpiece. It's held up nicely over the last 236 years. The plaque on the plinth says, this plate commemorates the founding of the town of Sandwich. On All Hallows Eve, how witchy can you get? You take a closer look and the plate does indeed have a date on in the painted filigree around the edge. 31st October 1626. Honestly, it would be pretty funny if MTG and Yu-Gi-Oh did a crossover set. Because like, I don't know, back when I played at the card shop, there was always this like weird rivalry, this weird like unspoken rivalry between the Yu-Gi-Oh players and the MTG players. Like there would just be like an iron curtain between the two areas of the basement that we played cards in. That card shop I used to play at doesn't exist anymore, but back when I did play at it, that was something I always noticed, is that there just be like this weird silence between the Yu-Gi-Oh players and the MTG players. Most have the Putnam House's possessions been restored for cataloging and preservation, but some noticeable pieces are on display here. Please do not touch. Oh yeah, we saw a date on that thing. Can we go see the newspaper about it? Ah! Wait, no, this is something different. You look up the date of the Gautz Prize. Apparently it's an award for extraordinary achievements in interdisciplinary science. In 1788, it was awarded to 4 professors at S.I.T, Professors Gregory, Howe, Jeffy, and Milkwood, for building some kind of antenna for listening to cosmic radiation. The presentation and subsequent celebration was emceed by Dean Wormwood. Hold on. Ah, there we go. The archive doesn't go far that back, but you do find an article about the village's 250th anniversary on October 31st, 1878. It says that the town was founded in 1626 by a man named Fulk Proctor, and was considered a nice if unremarkable little village until traders found the town completely empty in the early November 1692, apart from one dark-eyed old man who joined them on their route back to Ocean City. After that, the town remained abandoned and undisturbed due to rumors of a haunting or curse. There we go, Fulk Proctor, that's the code we needed for that basement. His name is Fulk. Yeah, MTG and Yu-Gi-Oh! Play super differently. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is much more fast-paced. Anyways, we have the code for the basement, the root cellar now. We just gotta flush ourselves down here and open up that root cellar. Yu-Gi-Oh! It really is. The doors are locked with an expensive German combination lock requiring a 5-letter word. Fulk. That's his name, Fulk Proctor. Can't say it's surprising that nobody names their sons Fulk anymore. Anyways, the cellar doors are unlocked now. Fuck. Somebody's chalked a magic ritual circle on the cellar floor? That's ominous. Here's a gold pocket watch on the shelf. Huh. The inside lid of the pocket watch is engraved, "To my son Tom on his 12th birthday." Well, that answers the question of what happened to Tom's pocket watch originally, but in turn raises some additional questions. Since you effectively duplicated the watch by bringing back the one from the future and giving it to Tom, it's probably best that you leave this one here. Things could get real weird if you gave Tom this one as well. A shelf of dried goods from before wet goods were even discovered. A shelf full of books so old you can't even parse the titles. Really? None of them? Well, there's one with the word blood on it. That probably means blood, and you're interested in blood. So we got the Encyclopedia of Blood. It's a good thing human anatomy hasn't changed in the last 300 years, or this book would be way out of date. It increases our maximum HP, which is not useful right now, because we aren't exactly struggling to stay alive. Before I mess with the circle, though, I want to see if I can get into the cellar in the present. Since I unlocked it in the past, can I go into in the present? Ah! I forgot I've already been here. Worn and dusty remains of an ancient ritual circle. Actually, this reminds me, I'm gonna look up something real quick. I'm just checking something because I know that there's. Okay, never mind. I already did the thing, so I don't need to do it again. Because it's been a long time since I streamed this, and I forgot whether or not I did the thing that I wanted to do. So I just wanted to double check to see that I've done the thing already. But I already got the Shadow Rift there, so I can just destroy the root cellar now. God, I love that ghostly, like, neigh that comes from the horse. Like, the reverb they add to the sound effects here make the ghost sound so... The ghost makes the horse sound so ghostly. Anyways, let's mess with the circle. You find some chalk on a nearby shelf, erase the circle, and redraw it backwards. That should throw a wrench into somebody's plans. A backwards ritual circle, probably a real bad thing to do magic with. There's one person in particular that it will mess with. It really is a ghostly horse. A horsely ghost. Hey, look, there's a horse in the present now. Somebody led this. Oh, right. This house was the residence of the Danforth family. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift shop. Why not take home a 3-armed ragdoll, a style that originated here but became extremely popular statewide in the mid-1690s? Hey, that's different from the previous past. We can't buy any dolls though. This house has been been home to the Putnam family for hundreds of years. Feel free to ask about historical village life. Hey, look, we changed the present. This young lady looks quite a bit like Delia, although a little older.
Hello, I'm Dorothy Putnam, Dolly to my friends. Hi Dolly, I'm Lydia Walker. Are you related to Delia Putnam? That's right, she was my great aunt, except more greats than that. I thought so. You look just like someone who looks like a Delia? What?
Dorsey.
Never mind. About your nickname, is it just short for Dorothy or is it because of actual dolls? It's a little bit of both. I make a lot of that souvenir rag dolls we have on sale there. Oh, do you have an interest in historical dolls? That would explain how you know about my great aunt Delia. Oh yeah, it totally would. In that case, yes, I do. I read her old diaries. Apparently the 3-armed thing took off after she and her friend Patricia got into a squabble of some kind, and a passing traveler helped them make up. They became the best friends after that. Aw, that's nice to hear. How did things turn out for Delia and Patricia and the rest of the kids? Did her diary say? Let me think. Great Aunt Delia made a lot of dolls and eventually married a traveling trader. Sometimes she went out on his routes with him. Patricia got married to a big 6 from one of the outlying farms and they moved north to start a ranch. Tom Danforth became a judge like his pop, and Duty Head Peter became mayor. That was basically by default. Nothing super interesting, but you know, nothing much was back then. They all did well enough for themselves. Well, that's good. Thanks for the closure. What? Oh, nothing.
Honestly, this ending to the Sandwich Museum questline is really sweet. Like, I'm glad the kids you spend so much trouble trying to help out end up getting to live out their lives instead of being killed off.
What's it like being a historical reenactor? Honestly, it sounds kind of boring. It's not so bad. It's easy work, and I take the weekends off to go cut loose in Ocean City with my friends, so it's not like I'm suffocating in these wool frock all year round. Can you imagine? Sheesh. Yeah.
We can't go inside her house anymore though because it's her house now. We actually use this well for water, so please don't throw meat into it. And there's meat in it. There's more meat in it. There's a lot of meat in it. This antique altar has been carefully maintained over the years. Sandwich's church also served as an ersatz town hall, courtroom, racquetball court, and schoolhouse. Nice gazebo. The wealthy Proctor family owned the biggest and most conveniently toilet-adjacent house in the village. This old man looks a little familiar.
Hi there.
Well, hello, welcome to Sandwich. My name's Phil Proctor, I'm the mayor here. Any questions you might have about our little historical village, I'll be happy to answer as best I can.
Any relation to Peter Proctor?
Ah, you must have seen the graves in our cemetery. Yes, that Peter Proctor was my great, I think it's 5 or 6 greats, grandfather. We don't know much about him, but judging from that headstone, he must have been a character.
Yeah, you could say that. I assume. Can I go in your house?
I'm sorry, I'd love to show you the place. got a beautiful tapestry featuring the portraits of some of my ancestors and a lot of other historical memorabilia. But you've arrived at a bad time. We're doing some renovation and restoration work, and it's a real mess inside. That's why I'm standing out here. I'm waiting for the electrician or someone like him.
Electrician? I thought you were all 18th century historical reenactors here.
Oh, well, yes, technically. But I have a telephone for emergencies, and once a week after the patrons have left in the evening, we all get together in my parlor to listen to the Loosener's Castor Oil Flakes musical variety hour on the radio.
That's so old-fashioned. God, I remember radio shows.
Do you know anything about witchcraft?
Witchcraft? No witches around here. We filled the root cellar up with concrete purely because of the house's foundation was a little shaky.
What's that got to do with...
Nothing.
I love that they actually did figure out that Folk Proctor was in fact using witchcraft to like kill people to extend his own lifespan. Just because since we messed up the magic circle, Folk Proctor did the ritual and like died, and so other people must have found the root cellar and discovered the actual evidence of witchcraft. Peter Proctor, 1680 to 1773. He lived to be 57 years old. Beatrice Proctor, Abigail Proctor. Ah, there we go. Nicholas Proctor, 1656. Vanished mysteriously, presumed dead, 1692. So I guess Folk Proctor was going by the name of Nicholas Proctor. Proctor, our town founder. Oh. Alright, Lycan. Dahlia Putnam, 1681 to 7043. She lived to be 64 years old. Thomas Danforth, 1680 to 1738. He lived to be 58. I like how we dug up his grave, and they just, even after we changed the future, they still left his grave dug up. Even though there's people living here now, nobody thinks, huh, it's kind of weird that Thomas Danforth's grave has been dug up. They just don't care. They just leave it like that. You look in the tub and wonder what a magic potion made of daisies would do. Make someone nice? Sandwich boasted the county's very first tripartite outhouse. Please do not attempt to use it. It is very old. And then this one we already used. Anyways, yay, we did it. We finished the sandwich quest line. I would have gotten an achievement if I haven't already gotten an achievement already. Welcome to the historical village of Sandwich, where the inhabitants keep history alive by living and working the same way people did here centuries ago. That's one quest line down. Barker runs up and drops a stick at your feet.
Oh. What's up, boy? Wanna play fetch?
You toss the stick into the bushes. Barker sprints after it, panting excitedly. It takes a little while, but he jogs back out of the shadows and comes trotting back with the stick in his mouth and his tail wagging.
Great, wanna go again?
You fling the stick into the trees. Barker leaps into action. Before long, he jogs back out of the shadows and runs back to drop the stick at your feet.
Nice job, Barker.
You fling the stick into the woods. Barker sprints after it, panting excitedly. With an excited yip, he jogs back out of the shadow with the stick in his mouth and trots proudly back to you.
Good job.
Can I just do this endlessly? Can I literally just do this as... I can just repeat this forever. I like how this just loops endlessly. You can just play fetch with the dog for as long as you want. That's enough now, though.
That's enough now, boy. Let's get on our way, okay? Oh.
It really is normal dog playing time. When dogs want to play, you can literally just go forever.
What are you eating, Barker? Mushrooms? Oh, geez, I don't know. Can you tell which ones you can eat or not? Regular dogs can't even eat chocolate, but that's one of the basic 4 food groups. It does look like you're eating some and ignoring others, though, so I guess you know what you're doing. I'll just stand here talking to myself till you've finished.
His max HP increased. Dog Samsara. Alright. Let's go back to S.I.T campus. We got shit to do. Let's go to the bridge. This is just a harvest event. Hi. The Plaxis S.I.T Chemicals Department dump zone. I like how there's that one building in the background that's just extremely twisted for no reason. All the other buildings look fine, but that one building looks like it's growing out of control. There's water here and you have a fishing rod. Surely these things can be used together. We caught miscellaneous chemicals. That's gotta be the architecture department, honestly. Only they could come up with something so wacky. There's a fishing rod leaning against the railing. Maybe it was left here because something is wrong with it. We got a cursed fishing rod. There's definitely something wrong with it. Hell yes, there is. It's a muscle weapon though. And we're kind of a mysticality person. This thing is cursed though. It's a ladder blocked by some complicated municipal contraption. You wrench the box open, destroying the tool in the process. This piling has some hobo code written on it. The code reads, "I'm hiding behind the next piling to the left. Come say hello." I don't think he'll say hi to us though, because we're shadow tainted. You look behind the bridge pile and find the hobo sitting down with a fishing rod. He wasn't even particularly hiding. Weird that you didn't see him before.
I'm busy. I said I'm busy.
Yeah, now that we're shadow tainted, we can't exactly make friends with hobos anymore. Adopt a bank. This section of bank is kept clean and safe by the fine folks at the S.I.T Chemicals Department. An old pair of rubber boots has been discarded by this piling. We got rubber boots. We can bounce now. It's a nasty mud hole. Is a cloaca covered in mud worse than a regular cloaca? Well, only one way to find out. You emerge from that disgusting hole in a slightly less disgusting cave, although let's not be unclear here. The cave is very disgusting. Wet piles of eggs litter the uneven ground, and you hear a quiet gurgling breathing sound from the other end of the cavern. I also see a shadow rift. Oh no, we're running out of oxygen. Huh, guess I don't need to breathe in here. Actually, do fishmen even... Fishmen probably breathe through gills, don't they? A throbbing ring of negative energy around the chalice-shaped object. It might be a chalice. Let's take the chalice. Bam. You reach into the ring and grab the alleged chalice. The ring closes itself with a burbly popping sound. A chalice filled with upside-down water. Oh yeah, fishermen probably do have both lungs and gills, so it's not like we would need to worry about oxygen in the first place. This is a nice ocean though, I wish I could swim here. What is the shadow chalice? I can drink it? Are you absolutely sure you want to drink the cursed water from this obviously evil chalice? Yes, I am. What? It's your burial. I got shadowy water. I became a fish? I got maximum HP and HP regen. I'm a fish now? What? That's what the chalice does? That's so funny, what the hell? I'm a fish now. I guess I'm a fish now. Wow, I did not expect that. That's really funny. Lydia is now a fish. Well, this is almost definitely the fish mother. You hear a smooth, melodious voice speaking directly into your mind.
You are a cunning and wily human who have surpassed the defenses of this place. Thanks. Don't ask how I did it. I already know. Fear not. The eggs I give my children to take care of are largely non-viable. It helps keep them out of trouble if they think they have responsibilities. Why have you sought out this audience with me, human?
Well... I went through the trouble of not fighting the fisherman, so I'm gonna ask politely for the pearl instead of using the cursed fedora.
Well, it's about the pearls. Ah, so you are a treasure hunter, are you? It's not like that. A friend of mine needs one. He thinks he can use it to help him find his lost sister. I sense that you speak the truth, and family is important. Furthermore, you have been peaceful in your past encounters with my children. Very well. Although it pains me to part with a pearl, you are deserving of a boon, and I will grant you this.
We got the fish mother's pearl, which isn't even shiny.
Wow, thank you. Is there anything else you wish to speak of? I mean, of which you wish to speak? Actually, can we talk about your kids? My children. Is there a problem? Well, they're kind of getting unruly, crawling out of manholes, attacking college students, and so on. Any chance you can make them stay down in the sewers? Remain in the sewers? Amongst the filth and refuse of your people? What reason can you give that my children should not roam free and breathe fresh air as you do?
Okay, since we got the pearl, I wonder what using the cursed fedora would do now. I'm gonna try that.
My psyche is bulwarked by the collective minds of all my children, human. Such artifacts will not work on me. You are fortunate that I'm amused by the attempt.
Not as amused as I am by the word bulwarked.
Pretty good, right?
Okay, fine, I'll give a reason.
Well, usually in a situation like this, I would use hypnosis to make someone see my point of view, but I respect you.
It is immune.
Hypnosis would not work on me. That's the other reason, yeah. Anyways, the thing is, if your kids attract too much attention, you could end up with cops, G-men, or even military busting down your door. You seem like nice people, and I wouldn't want that to happen to you.
Okay, yeah, I need to kill the bot. There. Bot killed.
That is a reasonable point. Very well, I will instruct my children to remain underground, both figuratively and literally, until a more diplomatic solution can be arranged. Great!
Thanks again for everything, Fish Mom. You get the sense that she kind of regrets giving up her pearl. Better just leave her alone. Yay, we got the pacifist ending with the fish people. We can now use Rufus's rag to wipe ourselves clean of the... You carefully wipe Rufus's nasty fish goo off of all of your clothes and skin. We're clean and strong once again. I like how we're just a fish now. Ah, we can... A wise person said that fishing is not a good use of time, but that person probably didn't have as much spare time as you. Let's fish with the cursed fishing rod. Shadow grease? What? Oh, we got shadow milkshake. Oh, chemical stained fish. Hold on, what's our current food and potion effect? Ah, we ate a shadow pickle and we drank shadow milkshake. Okay, so can I not leave this area? Yes, I can. Wait, I can still go through, even though I don't have Rufus's goo anymore. Huh. I wonder if it's because I'm a fish that I can just go in here now whenever I want. Well, let's get this back to Rufus. There we go. We got more shadow food. We're literally just a shadow fish and a dog, and a plant dog now. This has got to be such a strange pair. Hi, Rufus.
I got the pearl. Don't ask me for details.
That gross, huh?
No questions.
Wow, that pearl really is a beaut. I'm gonna have to go into hardcore analysis mode for a while. I'll give you a call when I figure out the next step of my plan. Oh, hello again. Still working on figuring out this pearl. Come back to with me later, okay?
Okay. What should I do with these extra fishman eggs?
Well, I can cook them for you. A pinch of lye and some muriatic acid, and they're totally edible.
I don't want to know how you know that.
He whips the glistening eggs together with some chemicals and fries them up over a Bunsen burner for you. Ever been to the lotion at low tide? Imagine frying that smell. You can't really scramble this kind of egg, but Rufus did his best. We got some eggs. I love how the walking cycle bugs out if you use the mouse to click just ahead of you. Alright, we gotta go back to fish and chips. You wander into an empty class. Right, we already did that. Oh, we can get the diving helmet. I don't have enough muscle though.
Here you go, Floyd. One serving of barbecue sauce.
Oh, holy cow, thank you.
He takes a big whiff of the sauce.
Ah, sweet and smoky, just like Dad used to make. Well, just like the machines that Dad's factory used to make. Dad's job was just making sure the rats didn't unionize.
Well, enjoy.
I sure will. Thank you for your help.
His dad was a union buster. What a terrible job, dude. You glance around to make sure nobody's watching and slid the sack of freshly laundered meat across the table. Greasy Steve opens the sack and glances inside.
Nice job, kid. Here's your payment.
He picks up his briefcase, empties the sack into it, and slides the briefcase back to you.
Seriously?
He shrugs and goes back to stuffing his face. He literally just... You know, what would the rats... What is the rat's job at the factory? Like, do the rats have like an important job that the factory cannot function without? Alright, we got another job from Don T. You dial the number.
Don Toblerone speaking. Don? That was unusually concise. Are you feeling okay?
The boss is mad about her telephone bill. I have been encouraged to keep this brief.
I see. Well, what's the job?
Greasy Steve will have the details for you.
Hello, Vivalicious. Welcome to the stream. We got more shadow stuff. Hey, Greasy Steve. Greasy Steve swallows and drags his sleeve across his mouth.
Hey kid, good to see ya. Have a french fry.
They have fries here? I didn't see that on the menu.
I bring my own from home.
I'll pass, thanks. What's the job?
The boss has decided we need to send a message to Congressman Chutney. You're familiar?
Sure, a message is when information is conveyed from one person to another.
I meant with the congressman.
Never met him.
His son Chadley's a student here. Lives at one of the frat houses, Zeta Omega Omicron.
Okay, what's that got to do with me?
So, you're gonna make young Chad sleep with the fishes.
Whoa, I didn't sign up for...
Greasy Steve passes you a large sack of rotting fish. Ugh, this thing is dripping with every different kinds of fish fluid. Why couldn't they have put it in something that didn't leak?
Oh, well, I didn't sign up for this either.
Look, all you gotta do is get into that kid's room. It's a lead pipe cinch.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
He offered us his own fries. That's such a funny concept though, bringing your own fries to a fast food restaurant. Alright, time for the frat houses. This trash can is sparkling clean, probably from years of disuse. Some very muscular flies are buzzing around the pile of discarded protein powder. Fun fact, but I've never actually been inside a frat house before. I have no idea what they're like in real life. It sounds like a raucous party is happening inside there. God, the BGM in this area is so loud compared to the rest of the game. Like, even on OBS, I can see that it's very loud. This guy is dancing in spite of obvious nausea. This guy is certainly cutting the rug. S.I.T kids dance to a different beat. Honestly, I like the way this girl dances. I love that look on her face. She looks like she's grimacing so hard. I respect that. There's a necktie hanging on the knob of this door and you refuse to find out what that means. Man, back when I was in college, we were using socks on the doorknob. Frat houses are where all the bad roommates go to. It's like hell. Honestly, I believe it. But yeah, no, back when I was in college, we did the sock on the doorknob thing. Just a frat guy doing a little queuing indoors.
Hi, is it safe to queue indoors like that?
I mean, it's not my house, so whatever.
Fair enough.
You really get the taste I'm looking for, though.
So can I get you to do me a favor? Sure, what?
I got a buddy over at Upside Down Town, and his burgers always come out super good. Some kind of special wood chips or something. Would you go over there and get them for me? I gotta stay here and watch the queue.
Legume hurler. Yeah, no, that guy's just hurling legumes. Ahead of his time. The dessert cart is cleaner than most of the things near it. You find some baklava wrapped in the balaclava. Wait, what would happen if I wear the balaclava right now? It would just hide my fish head. It'd even hide my fish eyes. That's so funny. This frat guy's throwing food at a makeshift dummy. His precision is uncanny.
Hi, I'm Lydia.
Sup, babe? I'm Gordo.
Hi, Gordo. You're really going to town on that training dummy?
Yeah, I picked up this in the army.
You were in the army?
Yeah, I was in the Cola War. Saw things you wouldn't believe. True horror.
Wait, how old are you?
31.
Huh. Well, I guess that explains your skill with thrown food. You learned that in the army?
Yeah, except it wasn't so much learning as being experimented on by military scientists with highly dubious ethics, babe.
Oh wow, what'd they do?
Made me drink a bunch of experimental super soldier syrup. Crazy stuff. I barely remember any of what happened to me, but the nightmares will follow me forever.
Jeez. Do you have any of that syrup left?
The super soldier syrup? Yeah, I stole a whole case of it on my way out.
Can I have some?
Yeah, I can give you a dose, but not for free, babe. You gotta bring me a treat.
A treat? What kind of treat?
I need 3 cups of triple mint tea. We got them at the Goldwith Park Botanical Garden in Ocean City. That's so fucking specific. That is so specific. Can you imagine like asking someone for a drink and you just say a very specific drink item on a very specific like cafe in another city? Like, can you? That is so specific. Totally normal frat boy stuff.
So what's with the food?
Just practice. I don't compete in varsity food fight tournaments anymore, but it didn't feel right just letting my skills go to rust, you know?
The varsity what now?
Food fighting. I was in the 1 versus 1 division. I was a national champion 2 years ago.
You don't say.
Heck yeah, babe. They stopped doing the 1v1 after that. Kinda my fault, actually. The rules didn't say nothing about coconuts, though. Surviving the cola wars give you a hyper spit. Yeah, no, it's like, I guess this guy's just addicted to mint tea now. The volume on this radio is turned up at an irresponsible level. This couch has some moss growing on it. You squeeze the moss and extract the hidden nutrients within. The knob on this door is slathered in bacon grease. I need sleaze armor. Do I have 6 sleaze? I do now. Okay, funny story about that. Like, when I first got here to Japan, in this town there was the vending machines had a very specific flavor of this CC lemon soda, and it was really good. But the vending machine said it was limited time only. And it turns out not only was it limited time only, it was also limited place, because the moment I left this town, the moment I left the bounds of this town, the vending machines didn't have that flavor. And then after like about a year or so, that flavor stopped showing up in the vending machines in this town. So I guess it really was limited time and it really was limited place, because I straight up can't get that flavor anymore. Yeah, God. Stuff you can only get at a specific store that you can't get anywhere else. So true. Let's get something from this shadow pocket. We got shadow mead. Fuse box. This fuse box has been stuffed full of celery. I mean, I can probably find it online if I really wanted to, but like, I don't know. I just sort of have never seen it ever again. You don't trust any organization that stockpiles this much margarine. This drum smells like vermouth. Yup, it's vermouth. You're keeping it. I don't know what vermouth is. Shelves of miscellaneous basement junk. Score. The tools are all gravy stained, but they're functional. I can make bombs. I want to make bombs. I can make an inhaler. I want to make a ice bomb. I want to make a grease bomb. I want to make a nuclear bomb. I want to make a stench bomb. I want to make a hot bomb. Benzo bucket. Give me another sleaze bomb. Another nuclear bomb. Benzo bucket. Benzo bucket. Okay, I'm out of anarchist hardware. Huh. Fishman cave. A toolbox abandoned by some sewer worker in the distant past. Imagine me. Honestly, it's possible that they also had them in vending machines in other towns, but it was certainly not in any town that I visited, because I did not see it outside of this town. Fishman Church. You do what? I completely missed that. I completely missed what that said, and it won't come back. But I got EXP from it. The fishmen are reacting kind of strange. Well, stranger than usual. Well, as far as you can tell, given your limited experiments with fishmen behavior patterns. Maybe it has something to do with that weird altar over there. Fishmen are allies. I'm not gonna fight them. Especially if they're worshipping the shadows. I'm worshipping the shadows. I don't want to fight allies. This store is stuck shut with dried pudding. I don't think we can access the Shadow Rift though. At least I don't remember being... I'm pretty sure that's just the thing you can get eggs from. Ugh, somebody spilled cantaloupe all over the stairs. How did that even happen? Oh man, I haven't had cantaloupe in a while. From the grunting and shouting, there's either a brawl or a sporting event taking place in this room. Possibly both. Ah, there's goblins here. Let's debuff one of them. Oh, can I not hypnotize? Why can I not hypnotize? I can't. Goblins are immune to hypnosis? Hypnosis? That's so. I didn't know that goblins are immune to hypnosis. Oh yeah, I discovered that Stilton Splatter is like a really good skill. Not against goblins though, because they have sleaze armor. I forgot about that. What can Barker do? Petal Chomp. Bite for 5 damage. Reduce all foes' mysticality by 4? What does that look like? That's so cool. I love that, Barker. Hold on, Barker. That was cool. Hey, stop hitting Barker, you guys. God, I forgot that. I didn't know that goblins are immune to hypnosis. Damn, goblins have a lot of resistances, huh? Anyway, since I just made a ton of bombs, I'm gonna use a bomb on them. I don't know why Ice Bomb does 10 damage. It's supposed to do 5, but it always does 10 for me. Anyways, we'll have a bunch of stink bombs. Let's see. Cheerleaders are weak to mysticality. Okay, that's enough beating up goblins. A young lady is operating a still here.
Oh, wow, no. I've seen some crazy stuff here, but you? No way I'm dealing with you.
She makes a point of looking behind you.
Next.
Damn, the hobos don't like me. It's the fraternity's communal wardrobe. Beneath your standards, you find some clothes. Just barely above them, you find a coat hanger. Most of the books on the shelf have already been ruined. Not all of them? No, not all of them. One of them is still good. Here you go. Ooh, sloppy cooking for huge groups. A cookbook for the modern on-the-go slob who doesn't have time for things like cleaning up or making sure your food doesn't hurt people. Fondue deluge lights up random foes for a total of 5 fire. You read the book and almost forget everything you know about keeping your kitchen clean. You get the sense that if you read it again, you'll forget the rest of it. If you do... Huh? Few have the might and even fewer the palate to come in. That doesn't sound very strong, but I'll give it a shot. You read the book again and forget everything you ever knew about kitchen cleanliness, including where you left the book you just read. Voila. I have the EXP, so I might as well give it a try. You can tell from 5 feet away that this door leads to the bathroom. I need stench armor. This is either a special toilet for a really tall guy named Art, or a toilet hung by a genius. This is just a pile of toilet shards. This toilet still works, but its spirit is broken. Where's my cursed fishing rod? Let's fish in it. You would prefer not to speculate on exactly how that ended up down there. We got a waterlogged frat paddle. This paddle has had a bunch of holes drilled in it to make it easier to flush down a toilet. I don't even know what a frat paddle is, and I don't really want to know. That sounds extremely cursed. What yaoi paddle? You know what? That probably is what it is. The gold-plated door has a sign on it that says C Chutney. It seems reasonable to assume C stands for Chadley. You sneak into Chad's room and dump the rotting fish out into his bed. After tonight's inevitable rager, he'll stagger back into his room and pass out without even noticing them. The perfect crime. Bada bing, bada boom. Who that is or why someone can afford a gold-plated bedroom door would live in this dump is anyone's guess. This recliner has a sign that says free on it, which you assume means something other than it being free of stains. You hang the S.I.T pennant on the wall. Now everyone who comes visit will think you're educated. You set up Rufus's hot plate on your desk. And we got a chair. This recliner is terrible, but the price is right. You sit in your terrible chair until you can't stand the stench anymore, and then you keep sitting in it until you get used to the stench. We now have 3 stench armor. Frat paddles are food. Honestly, I believe it. Yaoi paddles were such a weird thing. Secret weapon. Like, you guys remember yaoi paddles back in the days? That shit was crazy. Alright, Dan, I found this drum of vermouth.
Yeah, baby, vermouth is one of my favorite mouths. Found some olives. Fantastic! Our martinis have been a little lackluster, I must admit.
Vermouth increases rate. We don't need that. We can't get an olive for 20% meat drops, though. We now have fancy cocktail. Yaoi paddle is the hunter the parrot. I have no idea what that is. I know about yaoi paddles because of the fucking anime convention culture back in the days in the United States. Like, sexual harassment was just like it was just like a normal part of those conventions. It's crazy. Alright, we're supposed to get minty. Ah, a couple of black orbs or holes or whatever these bizarre shadow monsters are made of are drifting towards you. You experiment with them a bit, walking around behind them, moving erratically to see how closely they track you, trying to get them to collide with each other, and this and so on, but you can't really draw any conclusions. Also, they seem to be getting annoyed with your fooling around, although you aren't sure how you know that. You sing to the orbs, they harmonize with you and with each other, they join, they elongate, they are a pickle now. It's a World of Sea. Oh, it's a World of Darkness series? That's so crazy. God, the yaoi paddles. What a relic. Hey dude, I need 3 mint teas. Hey dude, I got your mints.
How's it going, Lodo?
You know, another day, another flashback to the atrocities of war. Did you bring my trees, babe?
I got a super silver syrup. This little vial is stamped with a serial number and a list of complicated and scary sounding chemical names.
Thanks.
Don't mention it, unless you decide you want more later, in which case, mention it.
Figure out what a yaoi paddle is. Let's go to the next frat house. The Phi Upsilon Tau. We had to come here for our one of the quests earlier. But now we gotta talk to this fraternity guy who's roasting a dildo on a barbecue.
Hey, a guy over at Zeta Omega Omicron sent me over here to get some kind of a special wood chips.
Oh sure, I know who you mean. What do you mean wants is mesquite? Just shave a little bark off the mesquite tree over there.
Thanks.
This is a mesquite tree, unless you're mistaken. You gather some chips of bark, leaving the tree none for the worse, you hope. Straight from the old mesquite block. Oh yeah, I should get this guy his jacket. There's a cat here, the shrubber man, and of course the frat guy, who we can't really talk to anymore. Boing, 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 boing. Let's go to Lamba Iota. The mailbox is made of foreign stone, which means it's not a federal crime to steal mail from it. Ah, it's just junk mail. Wow, these frat guys are super into geology. The entire frat house is carved from a single huge block of stone. Really nice craftsmanship too, it must have taken forever. Not only did they sculpt a stone bar, they even did the stone bottles and cups. That's real dedication to an art. You find it draped over one of the bar stools. It's tricky to spot because of being exactly the same color and shape as the stool itself. We've got the frat guy's jacket. You're not sure whether this counts as a painting or sculpture. This solid stone couch looks uncomfortable, but it's still in your top 5 frat house couches. It's a real struggle to lift up the cushions, but you manage it, and we found some meat. Oh, wait, hold on. There's nothing on the hat rock. The members of this frat apparently don't care about comfort or privacy as much as they care about sticking to a theme. It's hard to say what this is. A fridge maybe, or an armoire? It doesn't open, it's solid stone. Where do they keep their food and or clothes? A bowl of stone fruit. You know, like peaches and plums. Wow, this is incredible. Not only did this fraternity chisel a whole frat house out of stone and carve furnitures that match, they even went as far as to sculpt a bunch of frat boy statues. Presumably, they stored them up here and hauled them downstairs to fill out the space for parties. There's also some kind of a weird stone thing. It looks a bit like one of those newfangled televisions you read about, except triangular. Someone's science project, maybe. Wow, look at all these statues. This statue has some kind of a nervous expression. Maybe it represents the sculptor's academic stress. Some kind of a weird hovering rock? Pretty fancy. This statue's doing some kind of crazy dance. They definitely bring this one downstairs for parties. This statue is holding up hands in a desperate warning gesture. It must have been symbolic of the student's fear of leaving school and having to join the workforce. This statue is covering his eyes with one hand. Some kind of political commentary, maybe? The statue is praying. How traditional. The statue looks like it's yelling something. They must have taken this one to the football games. Aw, this statue fell apart. That's a shame. If this is a television, the program isn't very interesting. You don't see any way to change the channel, though. Yeah, no, it's like... I gotta be honest, this is actually one of the creepier parts of the game. Just because of the implications of what happened to this frat house. And the fact that the art style is so simple where everyone's just a stick figure makes this even more unsettling because there's no details on any of these quote-unquote statues. Like, it makes this entire place very eerie and uncanny because everyone's a stick figure. Ah, there's a stone hat on the floor here. Oh, we got a stone frat cap. There's no way the wolf is blowing this thing off your head. Hey frat boy, I got your jacket.
Found your jacket. Here.
Oh wow, thanks. That's that much better.
He's smiling now. I like how his only existence is letting you unlock the stone frat house.
Hey, fantastic. Thanks, babe. Those are probably gonna make it real smoky in here, though.
Yeah, that's how you know it's a party. Woo.
Smells great thanks to those mesquite chips you got him, and nobody seems to have asphyxiated yet. It is a nice frat house. It's so good to see young men caring about the arts. You know, the way they carve so many statues that are in like desperate fear of something terrible out of stone. What a lovely statue. I mean, frat house. Ah. On your walk across campus, you get a nod from the disheveled rail rider with a grossly swollen bindle.
Howdy, you buying? I don't know. What do you sell? Wares and such? Sure, let's see what you have. Good to hear, good to hear. Now hop on and follow me. Name's Ovid, by the way. Ovid Lobdell. Huh? Where are my wares, are you wondering? Saw at the store, pal. I don't carry my inventory on my back like some kind of cargo land. So you come in or what? What's in the bindle then?
With a wink, he gingerly unwraps the bindle. As soon as the rope is loosened, a massive gust of wind roars out and propels the hobo in a parabolic arch to his destination.
Oh, might have been fun to do that.
I'm surprised that Ovid talks to us. I thought that the shadow means that... I guess he's one of the few hobos that'll actually talk to us. The frat boys are repenting for their prodigal lifestyles. Suffering from academic builds creativity. God. Yeah, I'm surprised Ovid talks to us. He's a hobo, so... And yet he's willing to talk with us. Capitalism is curdled. Oh, no, never mind.
Store's closed now. Gotta do inventory.
He turns around and starts shuffling through the random piles of detritus. Wait, so we can't talk to him. He introduced himself to us, and then when we actually show up, he's like, oh, I can't talk to you. It's kind of funny. Some poor student dropped their backpack in here. The reason for this was underwater has been lost to history. A cruel prank, disposal evidence, avant-garde juggling mishap. In any case, some poor student's loss is your gain. You open the wet bag and divest of its somewhat still dry contents. We got chemicals, we got a foo bar, You're not sure if this is a typo for food bar or if this is some kind of experimental snack that could turn out to be any other food. And we got a roll of duct tape. You know, it's so funny. Ovid led us here to his shop and then he just stopped talking to us forever. Alright, I gotta talk to Greasy Steve.
Barker? Jeez, where did that dog-plant hybrid thing get you now? Oh good, there you are. What's this? Is this for me?
I got an odd fruit.
Thanks. Did this come off of you?
Barker looks slightly embarrassed. Did Barker just shit out a fruit for us? I think Barker just shat out this fruit for us. You sit down across him.
So, how'd it go, kid? You got some news for me?
Yeah, the kid's bed is full of fish. It was a lead pipe cinch, just like you said. I still don't know what that means, though.
Nobody does. That's what makes it a great turn of phrase. Anyways, nice job, kid. Now Congressman Chutney will really know who he's dealing with.
He sure will.
We got 600 meat. Let's go get the next job from Mob Man.
Salutatory greetationing the person who has activated this telephonic mechanism and with whom you're now conversating with is known as Don Toblerone. I thought your boss said you had to keep it brief now? We devised and then agreed upon an arrangement deemed satisfactory to both parties. Let me guess, you're paying the phone bill. Your guessing prowess is preternaturally efficacious. That's what they tell me. You got another job? Once again, the particulars of this undertaking are being held in escrow and will be transmitted to you oraliously by our colleague who... Greasy Steve, got it, bye.
Oh yeah, if we go to get our picture taken at the boardwalk, will we just have a fish head? Hey Tony. Oh. Well, I guess that was a balaclava. That didn't count. What about this stone cap? He didn't even question the fact that we look like a fish now. How did he even recognize us? We're a fish now. He's fine with a fisherman advertising his hats. It's all fish now. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's all fish now. You work in modeling, you can use this on real. That's so funny. Alright. Greasy Steve. Hey, Grease.
What's up with the green look, Steve?
Got a real serious job for you this time, kid, and it ain't gonna be easy.
After those last two jobs, I could do with a challenge.
That's an attitude that'll get you far, kid. Maybe right off a cliff, though.
So what's the job?
There's this vampire, a real mean SOB, that got one of our capos really steamed. Like, really steamed. As in, literally steamed the guy to death.
What?
It's one of those mist-type vampires, you know? But real hot. And I don't mean hot as in good looking.
I see. Maybe.
The fight was in the steam tunnels under the S.I.T. We managed to steal a thing up in there, but somebody's gotta go take care of it for good.
That's where I come in, huh?
That's the long and short of it, kid. Here's the combination to the door, but don't go in there half-cocked.
He hands you a folded slip of paper and a sack of rotting vegetables. It's a weapon.
How are these supposed to help?
They're not. I just wanted you to throw them away from me. Or hell, keep them, I don't care.
Alright, we gotta go kill some vampires. Some combat action. Ooh. You turn a corner and encounter a very weird sight. And yes, I'm aware that your tolerance for things being weird is already pretty high at this point. There are 3 shadows here, this time in the shape of little people. They seem to be groveling and praying and twitching before a 4th little shadow figure, which is basically the same except it has horns and a little pitchfork like a cartoon devil. Is this meant to be some kind of a shadow mimicry and or mockery of human religions? Am I overthinking this? That's worship with them. Like the others, you grovel, you pray, you twitch. The devil accepts you. The devil grants you libations. Join the party. We got shadow beer. Cool, we got shadow beer. The door has a combination lock on it. Use the combination Greasy Steve gave you. Steve's note says 1, 2, 3. Jeez, these guys. You dial in the combo and the lock clicks open. We got some vampires here. This old disintegrating boiler is currently being powered by a bunch of burning garbage. The vampires seem to be enjoying the hot steam. If you can replace the water in the boiler with holy water, that would put a crimp in their fun. You'd only need about 100 gallons of it.
Where am I gonna get 100 gallons of holy water?
Hey, don't ask me, I'm just suggesting things here. Wait, aren't vampires also allergic to running water, even if it isn't holy? Does steam count as running water? So fun fact, you can actually get 100 gallons of holy water. The thing is, if you get it, you'll bug out something at the church, and you'll never be able to get the other things you need from the church from it ever again. So I'm not gonna do this method of getting rid of them using holy water, because that'll bug out the game. Is that just the Toho thing? Maybe it could be a more broadly non-Toho thing. Dunkin'. That is true. If only we can get garlics. A group of nasty vampires is enjoying their steam. Their boss leers at you malevolently.
You seem like you got something to say.
Me? I'm merely amused at those mob ruffians have sent down a neophyte to clean up a mess, which one of their own lieutenants can not. I will boil your blood like a sweet mulled vine human, and my servants and I will drink a toast to your demise.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting.
Ah! Jeez. Ow! You assholes. Okay, I gotta heal up actually. I took some damage. There we go. No more bleeding. Do vampires wash their hands? Anyways, I'm gonna throw a bomb at them. Oh, they're weak to cold damage? That's perfect. I have a cold bomb. Oh yeah, because they're all steam vampires, so of course they like the hot, so of course they're weak to cold. A single cold bomb just annihilated all of them. Oh, calling the young vampires neophytes is a... Ah, yeah. I know that neophyte is like a real... I know in MTG, they're also called neophytes. What happens if I use Fondue Deluge? Oh. I forgot it's immune to fire. Why did I do that? Oh, World of Darkness is neonates? I see. Well, let's just blow up the spider. Oh god, sorry. I started to speak just as I swallowed. And I swallowed my own spit. Jesus, sorry. You really took the steam out of those vampires' pipes. That's an idiom, right? Hold on, I need to drink. God, I choked on my own spit there. Barker just shat out a seed pod for us.
Kid, I honestly didn't expect to see you again. You got real talent.
Oh, it was nothing.
Nah, don't sell yourself short. You got a real future in the organization. That's probably the last job you'll be getting from me. You've dealt a fatal blow to the bloodsuckers in this territory, so if the boss doesn't any more work for you, it'll be somewhere else. Good luck, kid.
Thanks, Steve. See you around. We finished the mob's quest in this chapter. Let's see. Now we gotta do spiders and we gotta do geology. We gotta do spiders and we gotta do geology. Well, let's head back to campus then. You hear a crashing sound from a nearby classroom.
Oh, jeez, Barker, where did you go? Oh, there you are. What are you eating?
Barker coughs up the lids of 2 glass storage jars labeled phosphorus and potassium.
Plant food, huh? Maybe we should get out of here before someone finds whatever you wrecked to get at those.
Barker's muscle increased by 1. He got his nutrients. Let's see. Here's the geology department.
Can I go in here, please? Student ID Lydia Walker identified. Access to this doorway is limited to students and faculty in the geology department. That's me. Authorization verified, access granted.
Alright, I just remember I want to check out something at the library. You wander through a doorway marked Department of Esoteric and Forbidden Mathematics and immediately get lost despite the fact that it was single straight hallways without any intersections. The walls and floors meet at weird angles, and I didn't mention the ceiling because there isn't one, just another wall. As you're desperately trying to keep your cool and figure a way out of here, an office door opens and a cloud of irrational numbers seep out. So irrational, you might as well call them insane. What did you do? Congruence Cascade. An Algebra Vortex. Wow, these guys are pretty fucking strong. What the hell? Oh, they have really high stats, but they have like no HP. Violent studies. Yeah, these guys die real fast. You won! Take that, math! Score 1 for humanities! I got loose integers? Wait, what the hell is that? It's just a handful of digits? Okay. But yeah, I meant to check out in the library, because remember, we read the faculty book and we saw names like, what is it, Gregory? Ansel Gregory, Associate Professor, with Professor Ftani Flauf Schmidt, Chemicals, 1733 to 1741, Research Chair Chemicals, 1741 to 1790, awarded Galt's Prize, retired. Jeffy, Benwald Jeffy, Adjunct Professor Astronomy, 1770 to 1778, Research Chair Astronomy, 1785, 1795, awarded Galt's Prize. Greg from the Wimpy Kid. We checked Dean Wormwood, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we already checked Lucy and Wormwood. Anyways, we can go back to where we were trying to go. Geology department. It's a poster for a rock-focused fraternity. That might sound cool, but remember, rock music won't be invented for another 20 years or so. Oh, this is the poster for the fraternity where everyone turned into stone. This is where the professor would sit if there was a professor here. An information plinth. One of the main projects of S.I.T's geology department is to study the hypercrystalline diorites known to the layman as hex rock. Hex rock has many fascinating properties. For more information, continue to the right and read the rest of the plinths. Like the other diorites, the specific mineral composition and configuration of hex rock varies from sample to sample. Some of these configurations have been observed to violate the known laws of physics, such as gravity, C-display. Other configurations have been observed to violate the known laws of this state, such as aggravated assault, sample not available for safety reasons. A hex rock sample of the correct composition and sufficient mass can exert an influence over the non-thauomorphic, viz., ordinary and boring rocks in its vicinity. This property is referred to as charisma. Oh, ah, ooh, ow, ah, ow, ooh, ah. Perhaps most interestingly, some hex rock samples have been observed to be thaumatically entangled with other larger samples in such a way as to cause the larger hex rocks to materialize or dematerialize when the smaller switch hex rocks are interacted with. See display. This appears to work regardless of distance or intervening obstruction, and sometimes a single switch hex rock exerts control over more than one target hex rock. I'll be honest with you, we haven't got the foggiest idea how this works, and some of us are kind of freaked out by it. Whoa! Wow, that is weird. Even a small hex rock of the correct composition, when placed in a Morton engine such as this one, can be used to generate an almost unlimited amount of electricity, albeit of low to middling voltage. This particular sample, for instance, powered the elevator down into the department quarry. Unfortunately, attempts to artificially synthesize this type of hex rock has not been yet been fruitful. Despite what the sign says, there doesn't seem to actually be a hex rock in that engine thingamajig. It's missing something. I gotta power the... What if we go back to the frat house? There's gotta be a hex rock here. Yes, this is the hex rock. Oh hey, a hex rock. It looks just about the right size to run that elevator gizmo in the geology classroom. The frat guys must all be on vacation, so they probably won't mind if you borrow this. They can always pick it up from the classroom when they get back. You consider leaving them a note, but you don't have a chisel. We got an elevator power rock. Elevator power rock is a genre of music that will never become popular. Huh. A lot of stuff quit working when you took that. Oh! Whoops, that hex rock must have been powering the triangle vision. Hopes you didn't break it. Oh! So that's what happened here. Oh my god, so that's what happened in this frat house. They built a shrine and powered it up with a hex rock and unleashed something they couldn't control, and it just turned everything into stone. Oh my god, I never thought that we would solve that mystery. That's so crazy. I never thought we would solve the mystery to the frat house. There, the machine emits a low hum. A standard back of the classroom mineshaft elevator. God, imagine if your college classroom had a mineshaft elevator. The elevator rumbles and shudders as you takes it down. Really far down, it feels like, although maybe it's just a really slow elevator. Petrification is a pretty nice thing. So true. Eventually it stops and the door slides open with a ding. You step out into an underground quarry filled with hexagonal rock formations. Big work lights have been positioned here and there, and they illuminate 3 large hexagonal doors in the facing wall. This is a weird looking place. Hey girl. A gray-haired lady is sitting here, looking grumpy.
Hello, are you okay? In a word, no. Who are you? You're one of my students. I'm new. I just picked up geology as a minor today. I'm Lydia Walker. Uh-huh. In that case, I guess you're one of my students after all. I'm Dr. Josie Morton.
They got hit by the Darby.
Any relation to the Morton engine that runs the elevator? Well now, you've been paying attention. Yup, I invented that. Wow, keen. It is pretty keen if I say so myself.
Dallas is the one that always turns people into stone.
Do you need any help, Dr. Morton? You seem hurt. I could in fact use a bit of assistance, yeah? At my age, I'm not really supposed to be messing around down here in the mine anymore, but I got bored. Went and twisted my foot full ankle. Pretty bad if I'm any judge. Oh jeez, I can never remember if it's heat or cold for a twisted ankle. It's both. Cold first and then heat later after the swelling's gone. We don't need to worry about that though. There's a bunch of medical supply kits scattered around down here. At least one of them should have an ankle restoring potion in it. That's a pretty specific potion. A lot of loose pebbles and gravel down here, so it's a situation that crops up on the regular.
Ah, we can make potions here. Obviously, we're gonna go with the one that gives us AP. It's only... I guess I can make one for the spooky armor, and maybe one for the hot armor, and maybe one for the physical armor. That's enough potions. It's an emergency eye wash station in case you have any unexpected dirty eye problems. Ah, rats. Well, I didn't even notice that door there. This doorway is blocked by a large rock on the other side. Ow. Ow. This rock seems really energetic. A bunch of hex rocks somehow assembled themselves into an angry looking golem. Maybe they don't like being quarried? If rocks can have opinions, this has got to have some troublesome implications. Oh, let's fight some rocks. The rumble of hex rock. Weak to physical damage. That's interesting. I've never seen weakness to physical damage before. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Shimmering hex rock, crackling hex rock, and glimmering hex rock. Haha, that works. I'm just hurling cheese at rocks. That worked. You won! Ashes to ashes, rocks to smaller rocks. We got jagged hex rock shard. We got hex rock powder. And we got a hex rock badge. Regenerates 3 HP per round. Huh. Interesting. It's one of those floaty rock switches you read about back in the geology classroom. Oh, that's so interesting. This rat regards you with an eerie intelligence and an even eerier lack of fear. It's a first aid kit. There's nothing left in here but a bunch of empty bandage boxes. Oh, hey Barker, what's up?
What's up, Barker? I don't know what you're trying to say.
His moxie has increased. Thanks, Barker. Some upset-looking rocks are here, thrumming with Valis. Oh! That's a lot of rocks. $19 HP, huh? Let's cook that rock. Boiled rocks. You won! You really show those minerals who the animal is. Loyal Hex Rock? It's a familiar. Deals increasing physical. That's interesting. That's. Huh. That's pretty cool. I got a Shadow Rat though, so. Hey, there's. A bunch of moths have discovered this light and are doing what comes naturally. First aid kit. Judging by the footprints inside, the contents of this kit appear to have been eaten by a rat. Oh! This thing seems too important to mess with. Oh, there's a Shadow Rift here. Whoa! This is a Shadow Rift I've never seen before. Annoyed now, smash! Wow. That is so cool. I've literally never seen this Shadow Rift before. Oh, I need Shadow Taint level 5 to get that? I have to come back then. That's so interesting. This hole is teeming with those weird rock monsters. Ah, okay, so this is just a farming hole. You're proud to pound some of those Hex Rock monsters back into a state of inertness, more appropriate for the composite. We got a helmet. Another one of those shimmering Hex Rock thing. This trapdoor is inaccessible because of the giant rock on top. Ah! So that's how I unlock the shortcut. Cool. First aid kit. This kit contains 4 big bottles of iodine, which you're not in the market for right now. Wow, this is a maze. This golem rides in a furious ecstasy. Wow, this place is a proper maze. Shimmering Hex Rock, Rumble Hex Rocks, Shimmering Hex Rock. Extra shiny Hex Rock. Just sell it. Hex Rock Blaster. Another rock busted. You'd be great in the prisons, a chain gang. Whatever, lock me up, I don't care. Hold on, we actually have really high moxie. And these guys are weak to physical. Ah, a little hex-shaped hidey hole. Loot that hole. Hey, a bunch of hex rocky stuff is back there. I wonder if there's any treats inside these bad boys. Hehe. Oh, 46 damage. Nice job, Barker. You fought the Hex Rocks because they gave you no choice, but you're not gonna say no to the treats spilling out of their corpses. Jesus Christ. First aid kit. There we go. We got an ankle restoring potion. A label on the side of the bottle says ankle potion, topical use only, do not drink. Oh, we're back here. I want to explore some more. I know there's places I haven't been to yet. Another batch of angry Hex Rock monsters. Take a rock in a fight. That would be quite an interesting matchup, honestly. You really separated the Rockmen from the Rock Boys. There's a bunch of glowing fungus glowing on this rock. Some bored technician has woven all of this kid's bandages into a jaunty ascot. It regenerates health. Ah, okay, we've already been here. Ugh! Ah, right, this is the rat. I have no idea what that rat is doing there.
Hey there, find that ankle potion. Got it right here. Ah, thank goodness. Sitting on the ground down here is almost as dull as sitting at my desk upstairs.
She uncorks the bottle and rubs it onto her ankles, and then gingerly gets to her feet.
Thanks for that. Did you learn anything down here? I learned there's a lot of weird rocks and they do a lot of weird things. That's good enough for a minor. Meet me up in the classroom and I'll sign your paperwork.
She hobbles into the elevator and head up backstairs. Backstairs, back upstairs. Ow, ow, ow. Ah, she's smiling now.
Hi, Dr. Morton. Go ahead and call me Josie. You did me a solid favor down there. Might have literally saved my life considering we're on break. It could have even been days before anyone else showed up. Let's see that course transcript of yours.
You hand it over and she scribbles a signature across it.
Great, thanks. No problem, kiddo. You know, you remind me of someone else I met once. Got the same inventory gleam in your eye. Gosh, who? Oh, never mind. You wouldn't have heard of her anyways. Good luck on your other courses.
Is she talking about the protagonist of West of Loathing? Was there a Dr. Morton in West of Loathing? Oh god, I don't remember. Yeah, she might have. I think she might have. Oh my gosh, is she really from West? That's crazy if she was. That's crazy. What a callback.
technically I ought to give you the required reading. Though being as I just signed a piece of paper for you, you don't really require it anymore.
Oh, we got a new book! Index of all the different types of rocks there are, sorted by hardness.
Don't you want some money for that? Nah, I'll level with you, kid. It's not a good book.
It increases our physical armor? Oh, it's a skill. You study the rocks and a part of your brain hardens with newfound knowledge. We got Chet armor. Increases a target's physical armor. You could probably learn more if you really put your newly stiffened mind to it. You study the book as hard as you can and learn how to make your conjured armor as hard as it can be. After you're done, you triumphantly slam the book down onto a nearby desk and it shatters. Cool. Josie is working.
Hi, Josie. Hi, Lydia. What's up? Nothing, I guess. Have a good break. No worries, it's just a sprain.
Well, that was easy. Took like half an hour. This must be S.I.T's math department. You can tell because there's a bunch of loose math flying around making a ruckus. And I mean a physical ruckus, not the sort of ruckus you get when someone tries to argue that .999 repeating doesn't equal 1. That's just used to curse Fedora. The math seems momentarily startled by this, but it regroups quickly and now you have its undivided attention. Can I reason with the math?
Oh, now this won't do at all. Look at you, all hovering and scattered around at random. You're completely meaningless. You call yourself mathematics? You're just an arbitrary arrangement of numbers and symbols.
The math emotes contrite embarrassment. Somehow.
Look, just here. I've got a piece of paper. Get yourself into some kind of proper equation, will you?
The math obligingly arranges itself onto the piece of paper, which you fold up nice and tight and thumbtack onto the bulletin board. Can we search Dr. Morton up here? Josie Morton, Professor of Geology, 1906 to present, awarded the Stein Block Prize for Practical Applications of Rocks in 1919. Alright, now we gotta go to the spider's wing. Where's the spider's wing? I think it's on the other side of the building. Spider wing, there we go. Spiders, there we go.
Can I go in? Student ID Lydia Walker identified. Access to this doorway is limited to students and faculties in the spiders department. That's me. Authorization verified. Access granted. Thanks.
You walk into the classroom and find a bunch of undergrads seated at the desks fidgeting impatiently.
Jeez, finally. Oh, but we could have left. We've been another 6 hours late. Aren't you kids supposed to be on break? Well, we would be, yeah. Except we've been waiting for you to get here and start class.
You glance at your transcript and sure enough, you sign up to teach this class, not take it. Whoops. I guess I'm the professor now. Applied spiders? It's a lecture. Your lecture, apparently. More details about spiders than anyone could be interested in. This part of the room is for students. I cannot go there. That's a lot of students I have to teach. You look out across the rows of expectant students and clear your throat.
Okay. What's this class about? Spiders. Ah, yes, of course. Well then, spiders. Spiders are super gross and scary. They have 8 legs and a lot of eyes. I think maybe 8 eyes.
How many buttholes do they have?
Probably 4, right? 8 legs, 4 buttholes. That's logical.
The students nod and write this down in their notebook.
Any other questions so far?
One student waves their hand in the air frantically.
Ooh, pick me.
Okay, sure, what is it?
Did you ever fight an intra-Sylvanian vampire spider?
Did I ever fight one?
Wow, you don't expect us to respect you as a teacher if you don't actually have real hands-on experience, do you?
I wasn't holding out for much hope for it regardless. Couldn't I just read a book about them?
A book? Come on, you're all wet.
Any of us could read a book ourselves. What are they paying you for?
They aren't? Imagine.
We can't possibly take you seriously unless you personally killed the giant blood-sucking nightmare monstrosity that you're supposedly here to teach us about.
I think they have one in the lab.
I guess I'm going to fight a spider. I like that chair tipping girl in the back. She looks like a Gyaru. Applied spiders. Experimental control. Spider food. The food shelf is bare. Or is it? Okay, you got me. It isn't completely bare. Someone left a note. I owe you 1 bag of spider chow. Jerry, Hilbert 1C. Huh, Hilbert must be one of the student dorms. Hilbert house. Food trough is empty. You hate to drag in extra dirt from the outside for that little cute little robot to clean up. It's working so hard. Wait, why does it have a tiny label that says killing room floor? The sign on it says out of order due to lack of spider food. Okay, I have to go to Hilbert house. Ah, more math. I was never good at math. There we go, Hilbert house. Ugh, one of the students left the biochemistry experiment unattended. What the hell did you just do to me? Oh yeah, what does the Chet armor look like? That's a cute little animation. You won! That horrible dorm room is safe for disgusting undergrads once again. Got an S.I.T puzzle ring. And a bunch of loose radiation. You can use it as a potion. Tech command suit up scene. I like that idea. Let's use a mysticality weapon. There's something shiny in there, but a torrent of water is between you and the shine. We got a prismatic ring. Reality shift adds to. Oh, it just buffs our elemental armor with skill. This bed is very thoroughly infested with bed bugs. These evils, these college kids should have interesting taste in art. There's a bunch of different posters you can get, and I want to see what different ones there are. There's a fire ant farm on the desk. That seems pretty dangerous. This bookshelf contains 100 different editions of a book you read once and hated. Ah, there's that bag of spider food Jerry swiped. Well, turnabout is fair play. Bag of spider kibble. Who even manufactures this and why? This bed seems to have escaped serious damage. There's a book on the desk, but all the pages are blank. The books on the shelf are actually just empty boxes decorated to look like dolls. Ah, enemies. Some math major left his pet math in here. Let's blow up his math. We got a Mobius cookie and ultra condensed soup. We can technically explore the Hilbert house indefinitely, and in fact there is an achievement for defeating a certain number of enemies in the Hilbert house. I'll probably try to get that achievement next time, but this time I just want to get the bare basics.
Found the stick, huh? Want me to throw it? Here, let me have it. No, look, you have to give it to me so I can... Fine, keep it then.
Barker's muscle increased by 1. Ah, Jocelyn's. You blew up my spider. Chomp. We got a baseball. There's a wallet stuck behind this nightstand. It's hard to reach without having to move the nightstand, which we refuse to do for some reason. We got an old wallet. Bed made for sideways sleepers. Disco chip pears. That's a fun poster. The mini fridge only has a front. You can see the back that it's empty. Fire ant farm. This nightstand looks really elegant. It's empty, which is, you suppose, also kind of elegance. I need spooky armor to interact with this bed. Do I have anything that gives spooky armor? Oh yeah, I forgot we have shadow pants. Oh, I need one more spooky armor. Did I never buy the jewelry? Or did I guess I never did, huh? Ah, well, it's not a big deal. Let's just forget it for now. Blade Lung. I like this poster. I'm gonna take it. You grab the poster from the wall and roll it up. It's one of the weird Dada posters from one of the Hilbert House dorm rooms. Desk is a dining table room in a former life. Label on this armadillo-shaped cabinet says cool rocks. Ah, another fight in here. There we go. S.I.T sports drink. Anyways, we got all that we needed from this house. We can come back later to get the achievement later. Show me the spiders. Tear opened the bag and dumped the spider chow into the trough. Initially, it didn't seem like very much food, but a hidden nozzle turns on and sprays the chow with water, causing it to swell up and make its own gravy. Disgusting. The console at the front of the room makes a ding noise. Or Bing, rather. Please, release spiders. Oh, yeah. Boy, yes, please. Alright, we need a intra-Sylvanian vampire spider. Let's get a daddy nasty legs. Specimen selection number 4. Let's get a, I feel like we fought all the others already. Let's just go with 2. Or unless we're supposed to get 3. It's a kleptomaniac, but only for posters. That is a really funny detail. Daddy nasty legs, vampire. What about a wetlands barking spider? Safety protocol. Huh? Pheromone decoy, prophylactic blood transfusion, well-armed graduate assistant, or prototype. I want to see prototype growth serum. A little nozzle emerges from the front of the console and sprays some weird green liquid in your mouth. It tastes pretty rotten, but you feel tingly all over. What? Holy shit, everything about you has been improved except for your health. Oh my god, I'm so beefed up. What the hell? I got +3 to all stat. That's crazy. I'm ready. My stats are beefed the fuck up. Daddy nasty legs. This is a Transylvanian vampire spider. Let's see. Ha! You won! You've learned a little about spiders in the process, quantifiably thus.
Okay, where were we?
You were gonna tell us about fighting an intra-Sylvanian vampire spider.
Right, okay, well, the intravenous vampire spider is a big, long jerk with a black carapace and little white spots, and its head is gray on top like it's wearing a swimmer's cap.
The students nod, clearly bored. What makes it get on with it gesture?
And when it attacks, it stalks up to you on those big, long legs and rears back and pounces on you, stabbing you with its horrible fangs and sucking out all your blood. Ooh, does it hurt? Yes. And it also heals the spider a whole lot, so you have to deal a bunch of damage to it at once to overcome that. Will we need to know that for the final? I don't know how many of these spiders we have left, but yes, hopefully. Anyways, if there aren't any other...
Have you ever been poisoned?
Well, sure,
But like super duper poison?
I guess that depends on...
Like 8? Have you ever been 8 poisoned?
Well, no. 8's a lot of poison.
I don't see how you can claim to be an expert on spiders without at least that much.
I don't claim... And we're clearly not gonna get anything done until you accomplish that. I'm beginning to see why they had to trick someone into teaching this class.
Alright, I guess we gotta get poisoned. Can I get another growth serum? The most annoying way to get your minor, yeah. Do we have 8 poison? We don't have 8 poison. I know we need to keep some of these alive, but let's kill the rest. Dude, this. We just gotta get poisoned. Cursed artifacts and weeds. There, we should have 8 poison now. Yeah, we took 11 damage. You won and you learned. Okay. Do we keep the jacked up potion effect? Okay, no, the serum is only temporary. It does not stay on you after the spider fight. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Step to the podium and clear your throat. The students put away their magazines and playing cards.
So did you do it? Did you get 8 poison?
Yes, it sucked.
The students dutifully write that down.
It's way worse than getting 4 poison twice. It hurts like your blood is made of boiling Tabasco, and even after you finish throwing up everything you have inside you, you keep throwing up, so it feels like you're gonna turn yourself inside out.
Ooh, that doesn't sound fun.
There are better ways to spend an afternoon, yeah. Anyways, in conclusion, spiders are a land of... What's it like to fight 9 spiders at the same time?
Are you kids just straight up trying to get me killed? I bet you never fought 9 spiders at the same time.
I have, in fact.
What's it like?
It's like fighting 3 spiders 3 times, except you do it all at once instead of one after the other. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, that's it. Class dismissed. Get out of here.
The students give a brief cheer before packing up their belongings and filing out the door.
Oh wait, someone has to sign my course transcript.
You're the teacher, you can sign it yourself.
Oh. Huh.
You write your signature on the card, unable to shake the feeling that you could have saved yourself a whole lot of trouble. Boy, this lecture sure really brings back memories, huh? Oh, we finished our courses. Wait, can we search up our own name in the library? Lydia Walker. Lydia Walker, temporary instructor, spiders, 1929 to present. We're in the registry. Anyways, I want to check out some news articles. Ah, there we go. Unusual events. Residents of Porkham astounded and terrified by a tower of black fire that shot out of the roof of the Seaside Institute of Technology's administration's building. Fortunately, the blaze was surprisingly well contained and did not spread to any other buildings or even rooms. Assistant Dean Benwall Jeffy perished in the event, and Dean Lucian Wormwood is missing, presumed also dead. The cause is what is now being referred to as the Black Fire Incident is unknown, but as one observer put it, what's with all the stuff they get up in there? It's honestly surprising this sort of thing doesn't happen more often. You know, I like the sneakers more. I'm gonna put on the sneakers. Alright, let's finally head to the library now that we got all the stuff we needed done.
Hi there, Ted. I passed all my classes, see?
You hand Ted your transcript, and he inspects it carefully. After a moment, he nods and hands you back the transcript and gestures to the door with a thumb.
Thanks, Ted.
That sure is a shadow rift. This old man is chanting something in a language you can't understand, apparently conducting some kind of dark ritual, and with a rather important looking book, which you'll have already noticed is generating some kind of dark portal. Can I go in the portal? Is that a portal I can enter? Is it? Ooh.
Excuse me.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, it's just that I'm looking for a certain book, and I'd be frankly amazed if it isn't the one you got on the pedestal there.
You think I'm just gonna give it to you? Get out of here.
Who are you?
You don't recognize me?
Should I? I've only been enrolled here for an afternoon.
I'm Dean Wormwood. If you don't leave immediately, I'll expel you.
I'm already graduated.
I'm an out of this dimension.
What are you actually doing?
Didn't I just tell you not to interrupt me?
Yeah, but you're already interrupted now, so you might as well tell me, right?
Oh yes, certainly. I'll just reveal my entire plan to some random grad student or whoever you are. That would certainly be to my advantage.
Would it? Oh, you're being sarcastic.
A stellar observation. Full marks. Now get out of here before I put you on double secret probation.
Jeez, you don't have to be sore about it. So, what happened to Benwell Jeffy?
He freezes for a second and then turns to glare at you.
Jeffy? What do you know about that?
I asked first, but I know that he died in 1808, and if you're really Dean Wormwood, you're more than 151 years old. 151 plus however old you were when you became Dean.
His eyes widen in surprise.
177. It's 1928 already. Damn it, I lost count.
What's going on in here?
Bah! Why should I tell you anything? Get out of here. What I'm doing is important.
What you're doing is suspicious, Wormwood. I know about the Blackfire incident I killed Jeffy, and I think it's connected to the weird shadow stuff that's going on. And I want answers. And with all the bus trips I had to take between here and the newspaper office to look up all this stuff, I think I'm owed some.
One thing the school has always excelled in is training know-it-alls. Well, you may have done your homework, but you've gotten one very important thing wrong.
Oh? Educate me then.
I'm not working for the shadow, you idiot. I'm working against it. I've been down here for 120 years defending my school and its students from corruption. Ever since the day of the Black Fire, I've been in this basement keeping the protective wardens going.
What? Really?
Yes, really, and although I should just mind wipe you and throw you out of here for interrupting me, you've inadvertently given me some helpful information. If it's 1928, that explains why the pressure on the wards has gotten so much stronger lately.
What's going on?
Benwald figured out a way to use the damn Gauss-winning cosmic radiation antenna for a new sort of handheld telecommunications device. A little pocket-sized metal box that transmits radiophonic signals out into space, so the reflected signals can be received anywhere on Earth.
Oh, a cell phone?
Or what?
Nothing. I don't know what that means.
I tried to warn him that there might be intelligences out there that could try to intercept the signal, but he wouldn't listen. He built a damn thing anyway and he insisted on demonstrating it to me in my office.
You mean?
Yes, he called something up and it answered. Been down here ever since, making sure it couldn't call back.
Oh, okay. Wow. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
What are you doing down here? The short version?
I'm looking for a certain book, a cursed artifact. I assume it's the one you have there.
No, that's just a school student handbook.
Bound in black leather.
It's a first edition. It's an old school. Go find your book in the stacks.
Cthulhu responded to Who's phone. That's so interesting, though. I want to go through the Shadow Rift. I'm a book. Nope. Oh my god, they actually did a fart sound. That's so funny. What else can I do? Peon. Okay, let's do open. Oh. Okay, let's do book. I didn't mean to do the R. Okay. Noob. Oh, that's a good one. Ah, throbbing ring of negative energy around an ominous floating briefcase. Open the case. You reach into the portal and open the briefcase. A bunch of papers suddenly blow out of it, and while you're busy collecting them, the ring of energy slams shut behind you. We got the narcotic manuscripts, ancient forbidden recipes handed down in secret from one cheese wizard to the next. I close your shadow rift for you, buddy. All the furniture have been pushed into the corner. You investigate the manuscripts. A feeling of dread grips you. I'm gonna read it. The first ancient stained recipe card is titled Home-Style Nachos. At first it sounds like a fairly normal cheese nachos recipe, but at the end it says to serve them in a human skull stretched and distended from maleficent knowledge, and to garnish with omens and portents. Huh. Your eyes twitch towards the next card. You want to read it, but you know you shouldn't. The second card is for Crossroads Quesadilla. The tortilla is made from grave flour, which from context clues you take to mean bone meal, and the cheese it recommends is queso carcasadero. It doesn't elaborate on that. Despite yourself, you find your mouth watering. The next recipe is French, a soufflé du fromage, also called tour de l'ectoplasme. It seems to describe a sweet cheese souffle, but with a filling of bilious mucus squeezed from the souls of the damned. Disgusting, outrageous, but you're so hungry. I'll have to finish reading it later. Ectoplasm pie. Hobo code. Hobo relevant literature nearby. You scour the nearby shelves until you find the book in question. The Psychology of Panhandling. Academic treatise on begging. Even though the subject matter is complex, the book is written in such simple language that even a child hobo could understand it. Still, it's gonna take an adult level of willpower to actually finish it. You study the book until you memorize a bunch of techniques for getting people to relinquish additional meat. You drop the book in one of S.I.T's pneumatic book return chutes so it can be used to an expert prospective hobo. Oh, thank you. I don't know French phonology at all. Ah, soufflé. Yeah, here it is. Oh, you meant in the game. Yeah, I don't think my French was any good. This is unmistakably the book you're looking for. Check it out as in examine it, or as in borrow it from the library. Let's do both. We got Librum Umbra Malum Ovilla. This book radiates malice. Its spine is as dry and cracked as the spine of a spooky skeleton. The binding reminds me of a skeleton bound to a dungeon wall with rusty manacles. The picture of a skeleton on the cover is also as evocative of something scary, but you can't place what it is. Oh, thank you. I didn't think it was. You open the book. The symbols on the first page writhe and change. The book is dangerous and you shouldn't read it. Yes, I should. Your eyes do their best to read the words. 1. Corruption of the self. 2. Alteration of the environment. 3. Domination of the enemy. Corruption of the self. Whoa. The shadow's protection. +1 muscle, +5 physical armor, and -1 AP. That's a pretty big penalty. Shadow's vision. The shadow sees through you. +1 mysticality, +5 magical weapon, -10 HP. We did get 10 HP from being a fishman, so this would actually be fine. The shadow's vanity. Your dark beauty transcends worldly concerns. Mundane familiars are too jealous to accompany. Okay, so we can only use shadow familiars, but it gives us 1 mox. I want the shadow's vision, actually. Blood fills your eyes. They open and open again. Oh. Alteration of the environment. Occlusion of shadow. What you don't see can't stop you. Sensations are dealt. Elemental armor challenges are easier. What does this say? Anesthesia deadening? Everywhere, everything. Stewardship accord. Suffusion of shadows. The shadows fill spaces between all other things. Bonds are weakened, structures do not hold. Stat challenges are easier. I want that. Collusion of shadow. Friends in dark. The shadow will aid you in combat. I want easier stat challenges. The shadow drifts into the spaces around you. Domination of the enemy. Consume, devour, clutch, share. Out-compete, dominate. Shadow Chomp deals 5 spooky damage and heals you. Shadow Embrace deals 13 damage to an enemy and also yourself. Shadow Vortex steals 1 of each stat from everyone. I want that. Storm of Shadows gather at your whim. I also want to get Collusion of Shadows. The shadow smiles and the smile is a promise. Ah, I'm out of EXP. I got so many good perks. Also, is it just me or is it kind of dark in here? I feel like it got darker in here. Oh wait, this is just a copy of the student handbook. There's nothing unusual about it. Well shoot, that accursed book is around. Okay. As you start to leave, the dean notices the book in your hand and calls out.
Wait a moment. That book? What are you up to?
I'm just like trying to find my uncle. He's been looking for things like this and uncursing him, but he disappeared.
Here, take this.
The old dean's incantation. Dean Wormwood said not to waste it, which probably means forgetting it exists until it's entirely too late.
It's a banishment incantation. Powerful one. You may need it more than to me. It only works once. Don't waste it.
Oh, you basically just guaranteed I'll never use it, but thanks.
We can never talk to this man ever again. Let's get out of here, Barker. No point, you got the book you're looking for. Anyways, you probably shouldn't disturb Dean Wormwood any further. We got a really freaking awesome book, too. We got, like, such a badass book. Hold on, I want to see if the stat challenge thing, how the stat challenge thing works. Let's go to the boardwalk. Hey, are the games here easier now? 9 all stats. They don't seem that much easier. That's a shame. Oh well. I want to increase my shadow taint actually. Let's just eat a hot dog. Oh wow. Wait, what? You lose the effect pickled. You consume the shadow hot dog, blah blah blah. A pleasant numbness spreads within you, soothing darkness. Your shadow taint level increases. Dog star? What kind of creature eats shadow hot dogs? The kind that you are. Oh, the one I had was shadow pickle. That was shadow hot dog. I'm now taint level 4. Hold on, I want to read the book again. Where is it? The narcotic manuscripts. Level 4. The next recipe is called risotto di lamento, an Italian dish that calls for formaggio di capri nero, vitreous humor, and of course risotto. The attendants who serve it must be screaming in agonized pain and continue to scream all throughout the course. So delectable, so enticing. I need taint level 5. I believe I have enough shadow foods for that. Oh man. I definitely have enough for that. Hold on, I need to... Hey, Librum. Ah. I want the occlusion of shadows. The world dims. You got the occlusion of shadows. What you don't see can't stop you. I'm brighter. Average dish in Sicily. We're becoming so corrupted by shadows. This is fucking awesome. Unfortunately, it doesn't make the carnival games any easier. Anyways, I'm gonna eat one more shadow food. A pleasant numbness spreads within you, soothing darkness. Your shadow taint level increases. We're now at shadow level 5. Books. Or not books. No. The narcotic manuscripts. The carnival guy is a god above the shadows. You pick up where you left off last time. Keep reading. The last recipe is titled The Emperor's Fondue. Your trembling fingers trace the dense spiral-like script. Your eyes squint and sweat as you struggle to interpret the words. No, the forbidden ingredients. The forbidden cheese. Anti-cheese. You wake up lying on the floor. You remember nothing, but your soul remembers. We got forbidden cheese lore. There are cheeses humankind was not meant to know about, and you now know a couple of them. You have read every word of this horrifying text. Knowledge is power. And we got +1 mysticality. That's great. Is this just me, or is the world becoming surrounded by shadows? Goldwith Park presented to Margaret Ocean City Comptroller. Feel my favorite pointy rocks. What do you know? It's a shadow rift. You can cancel your bullets. You can cancel your bullet. Whoa! A throbbing ring of negative energy around a floating knife. Hold on, I want the shadow knife. You reach into the energy ring and grab the knife. As you extract it, you accidentally nick the edge of the ring with the tip of the blade and it slams shut with an annoyed pop. Moxie plus 7 bleeding. Oh. That's interesting. Alright, let's get out of here. We got a shadow knife. That's pretty cool. It doesn't even do regular damage. It just straight up inflicts bleeding. That's cool. Oh yeah, also we can get the hammer at the Hex Rock mine now too. Alright, Rift. I'm here for my hammer. Give me my hammer. Hammer! You grab the hammer out of the weird ring of negative energy. As you're admiring your cool new hammer, the ring slams shut. Deals 5 spooky damage to all enemies. That's interesting. It doesn't scale with your stats though. I wonder what that does. But yeah, that's so interesting, and it doesn't scale with your stats. And this is a Moxie weapon, so I can't really make use of either of these. That's a shame. God, I want to read more, but I don't have the EXP. I'm so shadow corrupted right now, it's unreal. Anyways, next time I stream, Moxie, yeah, no, our Moxie is actually really high. It's just that we have a... Then again, we don't have to use the Mind Melt to increase our, thing. Oh yeah, we do have a shadow loop. Yeah, you know what? Let's use the knife. Let's use the knife in the shadow loop so we'll have more shadow encounters. Although we're already at the maximum level of Shadow Taint, so... Still, this is fun. We are so corrupted by the shadows, it is unreal. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Next time I stream, I'm gonna be clearing out the Hilbur house until I get the achievement, and then continuing with the plot from there. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.